Hey guys, StarCraft here, and haven't done one of these in a while. Today, I'm going to be doing one of my creator spotlights. This one focusing on artists who I feel does not get as much recognition as he deserves. And that would be Brett Booth. Who, hold on a sec. Much better. But yeah, who's Brett Booth, you may ask? Well, those of you who don't know, he's an artist who's been working in the industry quite a while, and for some reason, I don't know why, so many times when I see people talk about the books he works on, I see so many people say, love the writing, but I don't care for the artwork, and it blows my mind. I'm like, what is wrong with his artwork? What do you guys want? So, what kind of art style does he have? Well, I would describe it as a mixture of 90s and the 90s image style, but more in a traditional lens. And then you could definitely tell it has some of the roughness and everything of the image books. But when it's drawn, it's more of a clean cut. Doesn't get too rough around the edges or anything like that type of work. And he's also a great character designer, as we'll get into. But I have a whole lot of books. Most of it is, as the man himself said on Twitter, almost all of his entire DC library, his work. But to start things off, we're first going to go over stuff like Deathmate Black. I'm not going to go over this too much. Deathmate deserves its own issue, trust me. And unfortunately, unlike Deathmate Red, where they actually specify who did what pages, here it's kind of hard to tell who drew what. I mean, there's some really good artwork, but in this point, and I'm pretty sure this was intentional, Brett's artwork kind of blends in with some of all the others, like Mark Silvestri, Brandon Peterson, Scott Clark, Greg Capullo, Wallace Portacio, and Jim Lee. So this one, I'm just showing off that I have it. I have all of Deathmate, and that, yeah, that's one of the earliest things that he's done that I have. Next is his work during Heroes Reborn. Specifically, he took over from Jim Lee on the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four Heroes Reborn. Because Jim Lee had started off doing the artwork, but then as it went on, eventually he would do on a couple of issues anyway, such as oh, come on. No, that was still when Jim Lee did. Just a second. That's the problem with this omnibus. It goes in such a random order. It's hard to tell what issues are which. So, hold on a second. For example, this issue right here. Again, very good, very clean cut. You still have that image, like in the roughness and everything, but again, it's still very traditional. I mean, Wolverine and She-Hulk, and again, Reed and everything. I mean, I couldn't think anyone better to take over from Jim after he decided to just focus on the writing. Brett's work is that good. Hold on. Just try to keep that out of my way. Next is, and apparently he worked on this one, although according to the book here it doesn't specify, that would be Wildcats X-Men, specifically the Dark Age. But again, I can't really tell what pages he did and didn't do. So it's the coloring and everything on here kind of makes a lot of the artwork blend together, and it shows that Matt Broom mostly gets all the credit for this one. So yeah, I'm not sure what stuff he did here. Probably helped fill in artwork. Who can say? But now let's get into the main portion of all of this. His DC work, starting with, as far as I know, the one shot during James Robinson's Justice League Son of Kongorilla and Starman. And this is where we get what would be the more traditional modern day Brett Booth. And it's very good. I really do enjoy this. And it'll be also with his more regular inker, Norm Rapmond, who really compliments his artwork. Hold on. I hope that helps out. But if you see what I mean, though, there's this rough edginess to it, like, again, characters like the, the gorillas and all that. But then we see, Kong Gorilla, and again, he draws the gorillas really well and everything. Animals really well. Tasmanian Devil, he actually gave us a redesign to the character. And yeah, you have Animal Man with, again, Tasmanian Devil in his more human form. And see what I mean? It's just more of a traditional style. It's not like all the other image guys who really got really rough and just went all over the place with their pencils. As then we go into, he did most of the Rise of Eclipso. Now, this is a case where he did almost all the issues except for the last two, but he still did the cover work. And he's done a lot of covers. But if I covered all the covers, we'd be here all day just trying to go over all of it. But in this case, he does his Eclipso very well. And again, that's the thing about Brett Booth's artwork. It's very good. He does draw each of the characters distinctly. You can actually tell which characters are whom. They all look spot on, if you ask me. And yeah, I can't think of a single character that he's drawing here where it's like, wait, huh? What? Who is that character? I mean, okay, some of them, if it's a character I don't recognize, yeah, then of course I'm going to need it spelled out for me. But if it's a character that I do know very well, then yeah. And you also have, again, just look at this artwork here. You have Supergirl and Boudica after she got made into an Alpha Lantern anyway. And again, they all represent very well. And then of course you have, during this whole thing, as you could saw from the cover, Doomsday shows up. This was in the lead up to Reign of Doomsday, which I've gone over before. Yeah, Doomsday shows up, and yeah, he draws a pretty good Doomsday. Didn't do that one. And wait, did Bruce do this issue? Yeah. You have, again, all the Justice League showing up, Cyborg, Dr. Light, Kong Gorilla, and all that. And again, they all look good. So, yeah, I mean, then you have that there's the other issues. I'm not going to go over every single issue, but at least all the work he's done. Now, we also have the Larply's Christmas special. And his Larply's, it's adorable, of course, because, Larply's was just supposed to look like a messed up Muppet and all that. And he really captured it. Adding a bit of that horsiness to him. And this whole book was a hilarious romp that Jeff Johns had written. And again, he really gave life to in all the panels with Larply's. As he's just dealing with everything, he's just like, again, like a horse, very much like a horse, but you can definitely tell there's a brain up there. And even this one bit when he realized the one thing he wants is his family, and he just crawls up into a ball. It's just so sweet and touching. And he did a backup story in Superman Batman number 78. Mostly dealing with Power Girl and Huntress. And this one feels a little bit on the rough side. It looks like, he inked himself. Again, a little on the rough side. Maybe it's just a case, and who knows what the situation was with this particular story, but wasn't bad. Then in the final issue of the pre-New 52 Teen Titans, he did a pinup and during all this, probably because he was going to take over the book when it went to the New 52. And yeah, it's nice, not that bad at all. Inked by Rob Hunter. Then you have we get into the main Teen Titans book that he did with Scott Lobdell, who he would work quite a bit with. But we would have the regular issue, and this is what I was talking about when I said he's very good at designing characters. He came up with, I assume anyway, most of the redesigns. Superboy, Red Robin, even some new characters like Skitter and Bunker. The design for Wonder Girl and Kid Flash, and Solstice, who I'm not sure what was going on with there, because you had, hold on. You had a very different Solstice back then, and I'm still curious on how that went down. What happened there with her? But again, the artwork in here is good. It is very good. Again, you feel, you got the characters. You can still feel the energy, the movements, all of that. And the other thing about him is that he's a workhorse. Like, he basically did from issue 1 and the 0 issue almost all the way up to, wrong one. All the way up to issue 12 on the interior, add in all the covers as well. And well, he missed a couple. Like he did 7, but he did the annual for Teen Titans for the culling event. And again, just all of this he did all this. Very good, came out on time. He could do big dynamic group shots and everything. And like I said, each character, you could tell who they each are. I know, I'm repeating myself. I understand that. But like I said, it's what confuses me so much about any of the criticism I've seen from this guy and why some people don't want to work with him. Because apparently, according to a tweet, Marvel doesn't want him and DC isn't saying anything. And he did 2 issues of New 52 Superman. Nothing major, but again, just stuff like that. Like him calling Clark calling Lois, all that. Again, it's everything about this is, I'm not going to say serviceable, because that would be well, a disservice to him. Oh wait, he only just did this one issue. My bad. Then one of my favorite bits he did, and definitely the longest consistent out of all the stuff I have, his Flash run he did with Robert Venditti and Van Jensen. He did the 30th issue. He did the annual. He worked on 31, 32, 33, 34. This is going off of, I'm taking their word, that's what it says on the cover. The Future's End, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Not the 4th annual though. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47. The entirety of it. He did artwork on. And then some. And everything that, Venditti was on the book anyway, because then Van Jensen went and take over for the last couple issues. But all of this, he did. No, didn't miss anything. And again, the designs he had, like, look at this cover here, and then you have Blue Wall and Blueberry, and then you also have, come on, yeah, and he's the one who came up and who helped design the other Wally, Kid Flash. Then you also have, come on, Professor Zoom, giving us a nice redesign for Zoom's outfit. Now, of course, later on it will be revealed that this Zoom would be then taken, and what was the pre-crisis Zoom and pre-Flashpoint Zoom but his memory was blocked up or something, or he took over the body, one or the other. Now here's another interesting one. His 3 issues he did, of Batman Superman. What's so special about this one? Well, in this particular one, it's all done. All 3 issues are done sideways in a very cinematic style, meant to represent widescreen pages. You'd have the double page spreads. Every single one of this was done sideways. Again, all to give this a cinematic vibe. And I really do like it. It's good. It's clever. I don't know if it was Greg Pak's idea, if it was his idea. But again, it's really good. It is a bit wonky, yeah, but he keeps it consistent. It's not like you have to go whoop, 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 any of that. You just have to, and you just read and go right through it, and, well, hold on, let me put these down. Yeah, all 3 issues, all of them, all consistently turned on its side and told a complete story. And like I said, very well done. His artwork, again, very good. He also did the Doomsday origin issue during Forever Evil. And as you saw, he did a good Doomsday there. There's a better one here. And again, him and Greg Pak worked together on this. And then, wait, let me double check if he did all the artwork or... Yeah, he did all the artwork. I say that because then there's a point where we get a very different style. And you would not think that was his. And yet it still looks very good, very interesting, very experimental. But, I mean, look at that Doomsday there. Ugh. It's, again, very good. He would then take over for David Finch during the last couple of issues of Justice League of America. Well, at least the last 2. Now, this is a case where you can see it like he would, when you go off of from Finch, it is a bit jarring. I won't deny that. But again, it's not bad at all. I mean, look at this point where Selena is shot. Ugh. I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that artwork right there. Stargirl attacking a, well, yeah, she's helping out. And let me just double check who the color is, if it's the same one I think it is. Andrew Dalhouse, who has been also his colorist for quite a while. And again, him and Booth and Dalhouse and Rapmond make a great team. I've seen them so much. Hell, during the Multiversity miniseries, when it was tasked to who was going to draw issue 0 in the Earth Zero team, it was those guys. Now we're getting into the Rebirth Era, and he, as far as I know, is the only one to do 2 of the Looney Tunes, one of each, I should say, of the Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera crossovers. Flash and Speed Buggy, and Joker and Daffy. Yeah. I mean, look at that redesign for Speed Buggy. Instead of the and all that, he actually looks like an interesting vehicle. And he's basically being Wally drawn in his Rebirth outfit. We'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, you see, Speed Buggy, I'm going to do a review on this eventually. Speed Buggy is just driving around and everything, but you do get the feeling that this is a sentient car. You really do. And then you have, oh yeah, vroom, vroom. Again, look at that detail and everything. And that's what I was looking for. When he draws it, he does the image idea of hyper detailing it, but he doesn't go overboard. He gives just the amount of details. Oh, then you have how do you say his name? Falvor, I believe his name is. One of his, Wally's older villains. And then you have, get this, you have the Speed Demon Buggy and the Reverse Speed Buggy. Again, both of which he gives very different looks. Speed Demon and Reverse. And regular Speed Buggy. Slight differences, but still very good artwork. Again, all this is very good. Now you also had a couple other inkers on here and a couple other colorists, which does make it shake up it makes things a little inconsistent. A little bit. Well, in both these cases, it was Lobdell who was still doing the writing. Like I said, he would be one of the more regular people. Yep, this is the case where you have Booth, Rapmond, and Dalhouse again. I mean, come on, look at Batman there. Now, I will say this. Daffy here is wonky. I get it. He's supposed to look a little bit more like he would fit in the DC universe, but it feels a little more Howard the Ducky, a little. But again, it's still a fun story. Very well done. And again, the artwork is all consistent. That's the big thing here. Consistency. Then we get into his Titans run. Which, yeah, it goes from Teen Titans to the Titans. And he's the one who drew so much of what we'll be giving up back was Wally and all that. He's the one who took the, I believe he was the one who actually gave us the new outfit and everything. And I like it. A nice blend of Kid Flash with Flash, because he was still the Flash. He wasn't Kid Flash anymore. And then we have the whole teams there. And again, each one of these guys, you can tell who's who. You can tell it's not like he repeats models. Because that's one thing that bothers me with some of the older styles. Is some people, like John Byrne, would always have default models. You know, the same type of, especially when it came to women. Byrne was notorious at drawing the same women for the most part. Not all, but, okay, I wouldn't say all the women, but as it went on, you could definitely tell when he was reusing a stock model. Even for someone like Lois, you're just like, oh wait, I can see that compared to some of his other work, but not Booth. Just look at that. All the characters, not one of them feels like a repeat. And in this case, he would stick around all the way until issue 16 on the interior, plus one with 18 on here. And again, with a few other issues, like one issue was done by Lee Weeks, because that was when he met up with Superman. Kind of meant to bridge in, since Lee Weeks helped bring back that version of Superman, among a few other things. But again, all of his covers on stuff, he doesn't get asked to do covers, it has to do covers and all that. Then he did 2 issues of Action Comics. And he also did another cover, but again, I'm not going over the covers. As, oh man, come on, look at moments like that, wow. As, yeah, he and Booster are trying to get away from dealing with a future where Zod has taken over, basically. And, I mean, come on. Look at that. That is good artwork. Then we get into Batman Beyond, where he, except for the first issue, which was Cully Hamner in issue 25, he did the Joker's last laugh, where Dan Jurgens gives us the final adventure with Batman Beyond finally dealing with Joker one last time. And I gotta say is that his Joker here, slightly different. Oh, we have a different Robin outfit. Don't ask. I gotta go over these Batman Beyond books, but the way he handles Joker here. Oh, Terry holding up a building and all that. But hold on. Come on, where's there a good one? I'll just jump right to the end. Spoilers for this, but it is within issue 29. They're already coming up on 50 soon. Here we go. When Joker dies of a heart attack. One, he looks a bit sending on the hair and all that. But it is, you can definitely tell when he's all freaked out, like, oh no, no, not now. Ugh. Just, wow. Again, he really captured that there, this whole of Joker realizing as, his time's up. And he's just like, no, not now, no. Ugh. And then he just falls over dead. Really good details. And then finally, the last thing he's done so far, flash forward with Wally. Him and Lovedale again. And them trying to fix it. Now in this case they have a different colorist. But really I couldn't tell, to be honest. Oh come on, oh come on. Where is it? Just trying to find the credits. Oh, where are the credits? Come on. Don't you hate that when they don't have the credits right at the beginning? It's somewhere else in the book. Oh, come on. Well, anyway, here's an example of some of the artwork again. Like, my point is, the coloring on this one, I can't really tell much of a difference here, but not only is he drawing Wally again, but he's drawing out other characters across the multiverse, like the Black Superman. I just forgot his real name, but yeah, basically from the again, I don't remember his name, but again, look, he draws the other leaguers and leaguers and everything, and then we also see him go to other parts of the multiverse. Again, just seeing other heroes, helping them out as he's fighting them all off and all that. Again, the artwork on all this is good, especially the moment we saw Wally's kids were back. Again, I'm not going to spoil everything about this, but obviously the important stuff, like when we get to the last issue. The way he just handled all, Wally and his kids and everything, you could definitely tell he knew what he was drawing. As, I've also mentioned Tempest, Fuga, or whatever, really gets him very well, plays off of what Kenneth Rocafort had designed with the guy. Wally then eventually taking on the Dr. Manhattan powers. I'll be talking about that at a later point, like I said. And then, again, the stuff, once Linda meets up with the kids and everything, again, you could just see so much of it all as we then, when things ended, you see Wally heading on out and, besides the extra pages that were meant to be in the free comic book day that were put into the trade for this, aside from that, that's pretty much been it. So, I know, I was just showing off all this artwork, but you can definitely see, this is what I meant. It's, like I said, a blend between image detail, hyper detail, with traditional styles. And like I said, he can capture individual characters. He's really good at designing characters, like with Skitter and Bunker and all that, and redesigning outfits and everything. He's, again, very good at that. And yet, once again, I don't get what people's issues are with him. Because it's one thing if it's like an artwork, and when I ask people, like, what do you not like about it? You don't usually give me a straight answer. Usually, anyway. Then they usually do something. Now, sometimes it's a matter of taste. And I get that. If it's a matter of taste, that's fine. But at the same time, it's just like, what is it about his artwork? It's not like, for example, Shane Davis, who, very hyper-detailed, can be stilted sometimes. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes it can be stilted. He's one of those artists where you could definitely tell if his heart is in it or not. Then, or you have, Ethan and Schreiber, was very hyper-detailed, very good at handling page layouts and everything, but it still depends on the story he's given. But yeah, while Brett's worked with other writers, more frequently Scott Lobdell, he really he's worked with, like I said, other writers, and each one he's brought in his own little attention to detail and all that. He's a good writer. Not writer, artist. Very good artist. And now I know people have been trying to coax him to come aboard on doing the crowdfunding stuff and all that, and he's dabbled with the idea. But at the same time, he's refused to go all the way and join out a certain community, if you know what I mean. But it's his own choice because he still likes drawing the work he's done. And I applaud him for that. He shouldn't feel like he has to do it. He shouldn't feel like it's the best choice. As he's put it, he would be throwing away his career of doing it. I'm not saying one way or the other, but it's his choice. And I, again, applaud him for holding to his guns. And he's trying to get more work. I wish him the best. In fact, with any luck, and later today after this video airs, I'll be having him on my show and streaming in an interview stream. So I hope to see you guys there, and maybe we can get some more questions out from him. But I just wanted to showcase his artwork, show off all the stuff that I own by him, and show what it's all about. And showing that, again, it's really good. Is it this incredible, every single thing is like a masterpiece? I wouldn't go that far, but at the same time, it's not crap. It's not like what we're seeing at Marvel, more times than not. His artwork is really good, like I said. And that's why I say he's one of the most underrated artists currently working. And yeah, I don't know what else. I'm repeating myself over and over again. I know, but like I said, that's all I really can say about the guy. Really great work. Really good attention to detail, but not going overboard. And again, each character is well handled and designed. And any complaint you might ever give about his work, you can throw at the writers. Yeah, certainly. That goes for a lot of artists. But I just don't get why, like I said, I don't get why there's so many people saying I like the writing, but I don't like the artwork. But they don't go any further. I know, I'm, again, repeating myself. Sorry. Might as well end this here before I just go over it for another hour, just reiterating and repeating. So, see you guys at the interview. Check it out and all that. Even after the stream has occurred, check it out. I'll hopefully put a link down below after the stream is done. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya. One more thing. Next week, the week after this video is done, I'm hoping to do a week-long project. Hopefully, given my track record, who knows? I hope before the end of the year I can get back to Deathstroke. Gotta come up with another name for it. But next week, hopefully, I'll be doing 7 days of Sean Gordon Murphy, or a week of Murphy, or something like that. Well, I'll be going over a lot of the books that I have of him, including finally getting the punk rock Jesus, probably that's going to be what's kicking everything off, and basically go from there and just talk about his artwork and how he's worked either on his own or with other creators. But now I'll repeat myself one last time. Sorry, until then, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.